Hello and welcome to another ENS website training video for ZENCIL. Today we're going to be looking at some advanced image layout techniques so you can create a more viable and dynamic website by floating your text on either sides of your image. In order to do this, make sure you first signed in to your website using the Firefox browser. So let's look at adding an image and float some text to the right hand side of this website page. Let's select Change Text to open up our text editor window. So firstly, I'm going to add an image and then float some text beside it. In order to do this, let's go to the Insert Edit Image icon on the top navigation of our text editor. Let's browse the server to first select the image that we wish to use. Now I've created an actual folder for all my ENS classroom images. You can do so by selecting the Create New Folder icon at the top of the resource browser. This just helps you to manage your different images and where you're putting them. So it's sometimes best practice to label things. For instance, particular pages which have images, so you can understand the layout and control of your content a bit easier. Let's select ENS Classroom. Let's select ENS Logo. So here we have our preview window with our image. Let's look at changing the width of this to make it a bit smaller. Let's look at changing it to 250 or even 200. You'll now notice that the preview window has changed slightly and that the text has started to move up beside the image. You must make sure your image is of right size in order to float your content beside it. Let's select Align. This will help align your text in a particular order beside your image. Let's look at left and see what this does. We'll now notice when you select left, this will float your image to the left-hand side of your screen. Similarly, if we select right, this will switch your image to the other side. You can align this any way you'd wish, and you can see the different effects that come about when you change this align button to different aspects. It's a good idea to just play around with these different settings to find which one suits you and which one is most suitable for the layout that you want to create. For now, I'm going to create the align left. I'm going to select OK. This means that when you upload your image, you will notice that your icon now appears beside your image. Let's just copy and paste some of this content down. You will now notice that your content has actually floated beside your image. I'm going to look at maybe changing the style of this paragraph a little bit just so it looks a little better. In order to do this, just highlight all your words that you wish to change or the paragraph. Move up onto the paragraph layout section, which is just in the middle navigation bar here. I'm going to go for Center Justify, which moves all your content into that central position. You can change that around to whatever you wish. This usually works best when you're trying to float text beside an image, as it gives it a more natural layout. Let's select Save using the top left hand icon of our screen. Let's scroll down. We'll now notice we've got a nice layout with our image to the left and our text to the right. Similarly, we can place the image on any side of the text in order to get the effect that you desire. Let's take a look at this on our published website by selecting the page number. Here we can see it's nicely laid out. Thank you for tuning in, and we hope to hear from you again at another ENS website training video for ZENCIL.